Your organization, the Lincoln Project, posted this ad regarding Trump's MAGA extremism. I wanted our viewers to take a really quick listen to a portion of it. Take a quick listen.
January 6th sham committee.
The January 6th commission was just an orchestrated sham.
This thing is a joke.
I didn't watch it. It's a joke. Just a complete charade produced by an ABC reporter.
That show trial committee, the J6 committee.
The January 6th unselect committee.
Unselect people. They're unselect.
Rick, I wanted to start your interview with this question because I think it's important for people to understand. It's not just Trump that's the problem, whether he ends up being the nominee or not. Meaning you could get rid of Trump, you could get rid of that cancer, but it doesn't solve all the problems, right?
Not at all, Katie. And the problem with the party is their lack of an ability to have any self-reflection about what Trump has done to them politically, ethically, spiritually, morally, in every dimension. Their inability to shake loose from the damage he's done, it comes from their fear. I get it. I understand they're all afraid of him. They all want to toe the party line and pretend that nothing happened. But those people were all giving away the game when they said, "Oh, the 1-6 committee, it's a lie, it's fake," because they knew what was going to happen. They knew folks like Denver and Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and the rest of the committee were going to reveal the scope and the depth of the corruption inside the Republican Party in trying to steal a free and fair election.
Rick, in an exclusive report from Reuters, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' biggest donor warns he's going to stop funding his presidential campaign unless the Florida governor attracts new major donors and adopts a more moderate approach. Is this a wake-up call, then, to your point? Is this a wake-up call that the dollars aren't going to come if you don't actually become more moderate and less MAGA?
This giant pool of money Ron DeSantis raised in the last year was not MAGA money. It was from liberal Wall Street establishment Republican donors. It was from private equity bros. It was from people who run hedge funds. And those people are not MAGA. They really desperately wanted something other than the insanity and the lunacy and the conspiracy and the cruelty and all the things that define the Trumpian party that replaced the Republicans. They wanted that desperately. What they didn't understand was that Ron DeSantis wasn't that guy. Now they're flirting with Glenn Youngkin and hoping for some other miracle. But the fact is, the Republican primary so far, you add up all the rest of them and they still don't surpass Trump. And I don't say that because I love Donald Trump and want him back in office. I want him to be in jail for the rest of his life. But the political realities are what they are. And you're not going to ever break off the party from Trump as long as all these candidates are out there saying, "Oh, well, of course I'll pardon him. Of course, those weren't real crimes. I'm not going to put my dear leader in jail." That's an absurdity. And unless they understand that the leader of the Republican Party is a career criminal who attempted to subvert a free and fair election in an illegal conspiracy, and he has to be held to account, then they're never going to recapture the Republican Party. It's dead, and rotting in the field.
So let's hasten that then. Earlier this week, former Vice President Mike Pence's campaign unveiled a new campaign swag for sale featuring the phrase "too honest," referencing what Trump's third indictment alleges Trump said about Pence not agreeing to overturn the election results. Let me be clear, folks. Pence is no hero. He's got no chance. But Rick, should Pence and the others who are fated to lose, and I agree with you, let's speak practically about who's going to get this nomination. Right. Should they still start going full bore now? Why wait? Why not just go for him now?
Look, there is the fear of the mob that Trump controls. And right now we're about to have that put to the test with Judge Chutkan in D.C. over Trump's threats on Truth Social, his dollar store platform. But that fear is not an adequate excuse. It's an excuse, not a reason for their silence. They all understand that the party is defined by Trump. But if they want a true pathway out, and a couple of them have made the right noises, Will Hurd and Chris Christie, they can't win, but they can speak the truth. And I encourage them to do so. For the good of the country, they should do so. But until all of them are willing to stand up and say the following thing: I will not vote for Donald Trump. If he's my nominee of this party, I will vote for Joseph Robinette Biden. Until they're willing to lay it down like that, it's all just play acting.
Rick Wilson, I got to go, but I'm going to give you one question and I want one answer. Right. 2024 presidential race. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Who wins?
Joe Biden, if they do everything right, but it's a narrow path.
Rick Wilson, I always appreciate the honesty. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Katie.